Hello everybody, this is ZigZagZog coming to you from southwestern Pennsylvania. We're back to continue our playthrough of Empire Total War featuring Darthmod Empire using the 40 unit save version. And last time we had some successes in the Americas, 2 battles, 2 wins, 2 territories, and now we go for our third here. This one has actually overall a little more importance than the other 2 provinces we took over. This is where we go for Flanders, and this is where we go for a second European port that we can turn into a trade port and help relieve pressure from potential upcoming blockades when the inevitable battle with European powers happens. Hopefully we can put it off long enough, but let's take our army. In fact, let's get to the bridge. We're going to take the whole army except for... I did that backwards. We're going to take the whole army except for the militia. We're going to come down here, across the bridge into enemy territory. And before I forget in this battle, because I do want the pike unit that I temporarily put in the port to be part of the battle, then we can take the militia, the unit that we left to guard the port. We're leaving our city unguarded, but we should lock up any hostile forces here in the capital. We're allied at the moment with someone I always need to keep my eye on, and that's Westphalia as they build their armies. Hopefully we can keep them happy and on our side. Alright, it says we do have an advantage. Oh, looks like my militia is going to get drawn in as a reinforcement, but we do definitely outnumber them. The thing we've got to worry about and try to address, although they have cavalry to counter us this time, is the cannon power. Because if we can knock out the cannon power while maintaining ours, full artillery, and this will be the first time we see 1.5 size artillery, because these are the ones we recruited and did not start with. I doubt they will surrender. Nope. So let's get in here and start the battle. All right, we can't see anything for the trees, but let's get up here and find out. Okay, they're starting on this side of the town. We actually could hide behind the town if we think that'll help, but hide from their artillery pieces. You know me, I'm more prone to get my artillery up on a hill to take advantage of the hill, I think. And just try to win that artillery shooting battle here that we'll have coming up. Cavalry wise, let's get you off. In fact, we're going to take all cavalry. In fact, why don't we have the cavalry go through, or let's say go around the town, try to sneak up on them that way. To take out their artillery. We have our pike unit, should be right here. They're going to be back here to guard against any rushes by enemy cavalry. And we will have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go 4 on each side of the cannon just to build our line. Just in case they come through the city, we'll be ready. And then the other side is going to have to mostly expand out quickly so we aren't bunched up so much for their artillery pieces. And let's see, we'll just keep our general kind of hiding in the trees. So the first thing we'll do once we activate is spread out our infantry, and then immediately upon doing that we'll get over here to our cavalry and start hunting artillery pieces. Of course, unless they have them well guarded, we'll find out. And we have reinforcements coming in too. In fact, we can spread out even more. Hopefully the trees give us some sense of cover. And they are a little bit over the rise in a hill. Let's get our cavalry working. And a running. What have we got? We've got a unit of light infantry. Well, we'll charge right into them. Okay, we gotta hope we can get there. In fact, let's try to take a route that will maybe be a little quicker to get over here. Their infantry is getting up quickly, so we may not get a clear charge on the cavalry. Pretty soon, by bringing their infantry up, they're going to get bombarded. Where is their cavalry going? Have not got a good sense. We got a general's bodyguard. We got their cav way in the back. I don't see any other movement by their cav. Got militia. We do an all-out charge just to get rid of their artillery pieces. Will their militia be in the way enough? We're gonna find out. Cavalry charge has shaken their militia unit, as I was hoping that wouldn't be too much of a deterrent here. Now we gotta get something I forgot. We gotta get our artillery out of here because we are gonna take damage from our own artillery if we aren't careful. We have the mortar garrison gone. We have everybody breaking apart, and now it is time to pull back. And once again, I have activated somebody else by mistake, and they got their line moving. Get them back. Militia is coming in to reinforce. And let's withdraw everybody, including the general. Now we control the field with our artillery piece. Theirs are shattered and running to the wind. Now, once we get reset, we will be free to control the field. And all we got to do is keep track of their cavalry, which has decided to stay far in the rear, which is fine with me. Let's reset our line, figure out how we want to approach this. Now, militia, I thought I stopped you back here. We got people not listening to my orders is what we got. Now it looks like they're advancing just because they're under fire. They got to put a stop. Talk about a long, thin line. They're trying to minimize the effect of the artillery pieces. But they got knocked over, but not out as they climb back up. Dust themselves off. In fact, he's blowing the horn to signal the advance. Keep going, keep going. We definitely have a height advantage up here with the artillery. Just standing there in their long, thin line, taking the artillery fire, allowing the rest of their comrades to move forward and advance through the city. See if we can't draw some damage to his general's bodyguard. And it looks like they will be attacking on our right. accidentally put the cavalry in the line. Boy, I'm just misclick heaven here. We'll bring our militia to kind of help bolster the flank since they do seem to be heading that way. And we're getting about ready to pounce. Oh, we got the general bodyguard's attention. Not doing a lot of damage, so maybe we can refocus. Armed citizenry. Who else we got down there? Oh, let's focus on those pikemen. We don't need to let them get too close to us. That's a big unit, 500 soldiers. At least we have our own pikemen to counter should they decide to start charging. Come on, let's get our artillery pieces refocused here. There we go. We have the hilltop, we have the superior field division raining the fire down upon the approaching Spanish army. Okay, so I thought they were moving more towards our flank. Apparently they are not. Let's take our militia. No, there's... Let's angle the line a little bit over. Oh, and the general bodyguard is coming up. Let's run you guys up here. General's bodyguard is kind of off by himself, but now he's running. And with this side, it's time to move forward again on this side. Bring your guns to bear, but we have that hillside, which makes it difficult. So let's try this. Let's get around that hill this way. In hustle fashion. We need to lower those numbers because that's a significant force if they get into melee attack with us. In fact, I'm moving myself to have just that happen. And once again, I have my cavalry in there somewhere mixed in. Yep. So that's not a good thing. We'll withdraw them. General's bodyguard is running all around. Can we open some fire? Are we in position? Artillery's doing it all. We need some musket fire immediately. Let's go, guys. Oh, we're turned around in reverse. I sent the line up in reverse. Retreat. What an amazing commanding general we have here today. The rest of the line is holding. We encountered or starting to fight with the armed citizenry. I think a charge by our cavalry can help that out, even a frontal charge. That can take on the general's bodyguard. To withdraw. The artillery is our own artillery, because the pikemen have moved towards us, is causing us to take casualties, so let's get out of here. We don't need to lose any unit of cavalry. The other cavalry successfully drove off the armed citizenry. wither, I would think. Nice thing about having the artillery up here, I don't think they can do a frontal assault because of the steepness of this hill. Yeah, because I can't even fire down on them, they're so close. So we'll refocus on the general's bodyguard. See if we can't give them some withering fire to deal with. But if they are able to enclose, let's break off our pikemen to help out in any melee battle that might ensue. Close the gap before panicking and running away. Let's get this ended with some support here. Let's run up. Let's get our cavalry here. Their other regiment of cavalry has decided to move at last and join the battle. Cavalry charging our lines. It is unable to handle this melee attack, and their units over here have decided to regroup. I think we need some additional help with their cavalry, or against their cavalry, and now they're going to come up on the rear of my units here. Help of the other cavalry regiment get over here and help relieve the pressure on us. So our cannon, we need to stop you from firing into us. Now that the general has joined the fray. Uh-oh, the general crashing into us has broken us. They have one stubborn regiment of horse here that we are unable to break. Oh, we finally did. We finally did. Let's keep our own pressure up on them. And let's turn around so we do not get fired on in the rear. And his general has decided to rout away too. We'll see if the general can rally his troops. Regiment of cavalry has regrouped. And that cavalry has shattered. Let's see if we can take on the general's bodyguard at last and join both cavalry units to take him out once and for all. Pikemen are enclosing, so it is time to bring our own pikemen over here. Run and fast. Kind of a pathetic charge due to the terrain, but we're getting the job done. He is shattered. Looks like the general is out of it. Let's see how we're doing against the pikemen down here. We have repulsed them, it looks like. And the battle is over. So pretty much once we took out their artillery, they were forced into a must attack instead of a must defend kind of a position. Because of my artillery bombarding down on them, they had to find a way to stop it. So once we got rid of their artillery pieces and somewhat of a reckless charge by our cavalry, but the hope was the militia would break along with the cannon, and they did. They were not up to a full 2-regiment cavalry charge. And very important to us, I mean very important to us, we now control Flanders. First thing we will do is, well, actually, what I may just do is tear down that building and make it more of a civilian province, because I have the army producing ability over here in my home country. So let's do that. Let's tear it down and rebuild, just like we're going to tear down the shipyard into a port and rebuild. Okay, what that leaves now is one more battle to continue, to kind of give ourselves a little bit of room to breathe, and that is down in the coast of Brazil. We have a little New Spain fleet to take care of, and we need to gain back our trade nodes before we lose them. And in order to do that, we have a fleet of 2 broken down 5th rates, 4 broken down flutes, and we are going to try and take them out. What they have available is a 5th rate, a brig, and a 5th rate. Let's, just so we don't forget, take that trade node, and let's send our fleet down and finish the job. All right, looks like we have a clear advantage. Let's hope we manage to take care of it. We'll see you back on the other side. Okay, the wind is not in our favor, and the weather is not in our favor. I think what we have to try and do, therefore, is get over to the corner and try to angle off to them as they approach us to try to take advantage of at least some of that wind. So that's how we'll set up. Okay, the one other thing we'll do before we get this thing started is we're going to group everybody. Quite often I initially start out with my fleets grouped. You've probably seen that pattern, just to move them across the bulk of the map. I tend to do that, and then as we get into the midst of the battle, break them apart as I need to. Very rarely, there are occasional battles where I'm able to hold formation, but that doesn't happen a lot. So let's get out there. In fact, we'll kind of angle over this way and see which way they are going to react. Are they going to turn over towards us? Yeah, looks like they're going to turn towards us. So we'll kind of turn over this way too. We're going to be going across the wind, so we should be able to at least take a little bit of advantage of some wind. It's not going to be the full wind, but enough to get something in our sails as we make our pass. We will go initially for the chain shot once again, trying to slow them down, since the bulk of our fleet is flutes. As you can see, getting a slow start. But let's get enclosed, and we'll join us back as we get closer to their fleet. Okay, we're starting to enclose. We both have full sails up, so hopefully our chain shot will do some maximum damage as we come along broadside. And I got a bigger long line than they do, so we're just going to try, because this vessel will take up to three broadsides, but then it'll move on. We'll loop it around somehow, and they're going to be taking a lot more broadsides from our fleet. Hopefully that's the plan. Hopefully it'll work for us. We are lined up, although we are slightly spread out here. A little bit of a gap in the middle of our line. We'll see if they maneuver to take advantage of that. Okay, their sails are now down as they kind of move away from the wind to try and turn in and take advantage of us with their own broadsides. We're going to be close enough for that chain shot. Oh, good thing we have decent hull strength with our flutes. We might just be out of range of this guy. Maybe that's what's happening. No, we got our chain shot off. Shots off. Saw one of their masts splinter. Okay, that gap wasn't too bad. Wasn't as bad as it felt. Let's turn into it this way against the wind. It'll slow us down. Masts are coming down. I think I saw, or that was the sails just blowing around. I don't know if that was a full-on rigging fail or just now. That was just the sail flapping in the wind. But he's going to start turning away from our chain shot. Oh, there goes the mast on the small brig. The least important of their vessels, but we're doing some damage. He's going to be looping around. He's out of distance from our shots this way. And I may change these 3 to regular shot just to take advantage of the distance until we close again. So his sails are back up. What, are we not grouped? You're not making the turn. So let's ungroup and get everybody down here. Take advantage of their approach. Turn to apply some chain shot. We don't have the wind with us, so maneuvering is not our strength right now. Full into sails. Keep those sails out for our shots. rigging go down. Seeing some rigging go down. Nothing major apparently. It's the sails that must have given the illusion of it, but I could have sworn I saw some rigging go down. Bad shots in the bow. We got to get out of here with you. We got to try turning here. We got him routing. So as long as he's run out, he's back into it, wavering again. Let's see if we can't bring fire on him to convince him to leave. Both wavering now. We got him routing over here now. They're looking tattered. Oh, he's back to wavering. We need to bring guns to bear. Shot on us, trying to slip through. Enemy admiral has gone down. So we got them routing big time, and we need. Took the mast down. I missed that actual falling down. Let's come around. No, we're going to continue. We don't want them to get away. We have one surrender. We have routing going on, and we should be able to catch up with anybody trying to route. We'll be able to come in close. Same here. Take out the rest of the masting. Turn this fleet over to take care of the brig. And surrendered, and they finally both surrendered. When it goes quick, it goes quick. Alright, we got 3 vessels captured. That'll save us having to build our own. We'll take them. And take that, New Spain, for trying to muscle in on our territory here. What I'm going to do is take all the 5th rates, if they can manage to make it, We'll take them out of this theater now. For better or worse, we're going to go back to get them healed first. They can't quite make it. And we got flutes here, so we're going to keep. And we got some fresh flutes here also that have arrived on the scene. So we'll spread those out. No repairs there because they never attacked there. The flute can help guard here, full strength. All right, so we're able to start re-strengthening again. I will bring, even though we are a bit worn down, we're going to bring a couple of the worn down flutes over here. Spread out the damaged ones a little bit. And we'll start seeing about rotating them out also for repairs. Very good. Let's go back and just take a look around the map, seeing how we can solidify. I think one thing, we have about 7,500 to spend. So the first things we got to do, excuse me, is repair this army that took place in the battle. Because we should have the funds to be able to take care of that. 1,786. Done. The little militia unit, we might as well repair him. He gained some experience. 280. And we cannot quite. I was hoping to be able to. Oh no, we already did start building the National Observatory. I was thinking we hadn't yet. So hopefully we'll be able to start generating some more gentlemen, because we need now to start hustling big time on our military. Research. What we can probably do now that we have another area, we have what do we have here? A weaver's cottage, and what do we have here? A weaver's cottage. Well, guess what? We don't need 2 weaver's cottages. How about right here? We tear that weaver's cottage down, and we work on another school, because boy, Lord knows we need it. In fact, I'm wondering if I should tear down both. In fact, I've just convinced myself, yes, we're going to tear down both and build 2 schools. That's how important now our military advances are. That way we can afford 2 on military, 1 on navy, at least early on, and eventually we can break one of them off for more of our agricultural pursuits at that point. So that is our plan and our play here. Let's go take a quick look at India. And then we're going to have to start recovering and upgrading. In fact, how are we doing on the mountain? Yeah, we're going to start preaching all around the cycle again. We're up to 36% and improving. I think we will continue on this particular building. And do we have the funds to build there? Yes, the rest are all okay. We can't, well, next round, hopefully, depending on the battles or action that occurs, hopefully we can start upgrading some of our facilities, whether it's our plantations or mines, to improve their productivity and improve their output. And then as soon as we build our research empiricism, we'll be allowed to upgrade our schools at that point. And then we'll really be flowing all of a sudden. One thing, now that we have Flanders, let's see, now that we have a land bridge to France, are they amenable to trade? Do I have any kind of ministers adding positive? So our Rodolph Sleeper, how that's pronounced in Dutch, I don't know, but in English it's Sleeper. He gives us a little bit of diplomatic relation boosts. Our president does not. Have we switched him out? Yeah, he just got worse. So we're going to see if our little boost is able to help us in some diplomatic trade with France. Because boy, if we can build a little trade negotiations here, I'm guessing, I'm hoping that it'll be less likely to attack us. Let's find out. And I am more than happy to give you a little single payment of 610. we have got ourselves a deal, a Louis. I'm happy with that. It helps my income at the same time and hopefully discourages. He is only unfriendly now instead of outright hostile. So let's hope we can maintain that. Keep France at bay for as long as possible while we're working on Spain. We do have a fleet here. In fact, I think we have quite a few fleets, and this is where I'm not going to build any more for a while. We're going to send all our fleets out. We're going to send 2 of them to Brazil to start relieving, and we're going to send the other 2 to the Ivory Coast. Start bolstering our forces there. Okay, you all going to the coast of Brazil, and you 2 going to the Ivory Coast. Now, I think we have one little upgrade here I might have seen. No, I was deceived. No upgrades. Oh, we do have an upgrade. I knew I saw something that could be upgraded. We can not upgrade a gem mine. We can actually build a freaking gem mine. Did we upgrade these or repair? Yeah, we got all our repairs going, so it's time to actually build a gem pit. There we go. And that pretty much uses our funds. We can bring you back to port. Now we got everything else from last episode's battles, repairing and not healing. So let's see if we can do some healing over here. Not everybody, but we can get it started. And we'll be able to reinforce whoever we feel needs the reinforcing. Whoops, wrong island. Because we did build a couple units of line infantry. We're not going to do anything else while we don't have the funds to do anything else. So that is the turn. Let's just go through and finish the turn out, or come back on the other side, and we'll see what happens and see what we may have ahead of us for future episodes. So hang on, I'll join you on the other side of this turn. All right, Maratha is wanting an alliance, and they offer to pay us for it. We do have a trade agreement, but at this time, once again, I'm not taking sides in India. All right, we made it to the other side of the turn. Our agent is still successfully embedded. Construction report, just a couple of governors' residences rebuilt. And the nation destroyed, Crimean Khanate. No. Way out of the way for us. Our income is 7,551, so I have a feeling we have some trade interruptions. Maybe not. Yeah, the Maratha is blockaded, and on the quick peek I got during the turn, it looks like there really hasn't been any significant changes as far as territories over there, but we'll keep our eye on that. We can get rid of, hopefully, Cornelius Kuip. Goodbye. There we go. We got everybody above average, and we actually have 7 turns till next election, barring a death, where we get to enjoy these superior leaders. So let's see. Harsh reputation. He would actually be better in justice administration. Will justice... Yeah, he'll be just as good down here. So we'll get a boost to justice. There we go. And be just as good in India. So there we go. We got them maximized to their best potential now. It doesn't look like we have any moves against us immediately. So we're going to take a quick moment to build, get that trading port going here. We're going to get that school going here. We're not going to have as many funds as I would like to get everything going, probably all at once, but we're going to build our 2 schools, and we are going to build the magistrate at least to get ourselves a little bit solidified up here. Now, is everybody under repair in this army? The answer would look to be yes. You are under repair over here, so we still have units that need reinforcements and repairing. So that's probably all the upgrades we'll have a chance for as we go back to the Americas. and see about repairing armed forces before we upgrade mines and plantations. Because we never did get back here, I do believe, to fix this army up. 783 we can afford, and then there's a couple of units up here in Hispaniola that also need a little bit of healing and reinforcing also. There we go. So as soon as we get ourselves on positive footing, let's see, little disquiet, little anger against us here. 1275. I don't think we have, we can build a road at least, we can afford that. And we'll have to start upgrading this magistrate. Yeah, get it up to a state house so we can better improve public order. And we got to do the same thing over here in Caracas. What do we have building and what do we have going? We're going to need funds to get that up to a state house. So once again, public order will be strong enough, although it looks like we can sneak out of here once we're healed, to continue our expansion in New Spain. What we'll see if we can't, there's a way to board on the coast here a fleet, because we don't have a port built yet. We aren't growing enough yet. Because if I can get on a fleet, it'd be much easier to come over to the port. If I can get my bearings over here, yeah, there's a port over here, but much easier to land at this port to go inland, to take this province and try and go overland through the jungles. That is the plan in the Americas. No more funds really to do more than that, so let's just go see where our fleets have arrived. And we're looking up here. Oh, we got a Spanish Navy has made an appearance. It is a 6th rate. I think what we'll do is we have these damaged ships coming up here, and on their way out, let's have them say a little howdy ho to the Spanish fleet. On this particular one, because it is so lopsided, I think we're just going to do an auto resolve. Okay, yeah, we'll just do an auto resolve. And we have a victory. We're much weakened, only 19 guns left on this 5th rate, but we apparently sunk their 6th rate. Now let's send this fleet off back to the Americas to get repaired, and then I'll start feeling comfortable about the fleet we have patrolling in the Americas.
Orders.
We will send the flutes here down for their repairs. We'll start out, in fact, the flutes I sent here were okay. Yeah, we have no need for repair. Oh no, we do have some repairs down here for the brig. So what we'll do is we'll send the brig off. For repair. And I'm assuming, is there another brig down here that needs repairs? It says cost 0, but it still needs repair. So we're just going to send it back for repairs. And we should have full strength units now down here. And then once they're repaired, they can come back and repair in our other 2 nodes where we desperately need repair too. So let's get you sent back to the Americas. Now as long as the Spanish keep dinking around, sending 1 or 2 ships down here at a time, we'll be fine. But trust me, up around Spain, they have at least a half stack, so that could be up to 20 vessels if it's a half stack in this game, floating around up around Spain and the Mediterranean. So let's hope they are preoccupied up there and don't start wandering down this way. So I think what we'll do is, I believe that's about all we can handle for this turn. I think it's been long enough. We're going to take a break and a pause at this time. I appreciate you watching the episode. This is ZigZagZog signing off from southwestern Pennsylvania. I really do appreciate y'all watching. And while you're at it, it's real simple to do. Just click on that like button or dislike. It doesn't matter. I just want the activity. And leave me a comment. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching.